Practically porn. Title contention board meeting. It's gonna be chaos. Rolling Stone, Moss, etc. Front kick to the face over your dom. Utter disrespect. He always looks so fluid, ew. Fuck you know. You know what I'm talking about. It is getting to that point in the trajectory of my channel when we're starting to talk about the same fighters, but in matchups, different match one another with each other now before. Does that make sense? No? Perfectly on brand then. We've sung the praises of Chito Vera more times than most other guys on the roster because he is without a doubt one of my favourite fighters. And we got super excited about seeing Sandhagen's relaxed, organic fighting style against Song Yadong last time out. And now we get excited about seeing them together, fighting one another. You know, it's like wearing one sock from two different pairs, one of each sock from two different pairs. Fuck you know. Or watching both UFC and Bellator side by side on different laptop screens. Or breaking apart a white chocolate cream egg and a milk chocolate cream egg and then fusing the two halves together and trying to get the cash off of Cadbury's. You know what I'm talking about. These two are both dangerous. Which is what you want in a fighter, really. Volume strikers, excellent cardio, good submission skills. Together, they have a combined finishing rate of 74%. Chito just has that dog in him. The word quit isn't in his vocabulary, and that's not, a native English speaking attack. It was a compliment. And he usually finds a way to win. He can be lagging way behind, and then in the last minute, head kick to the face. Front kick to the face. Or he'll pull it back and accumulate damage in the later round. This way of winning doesn't impress Sandhagen though. He basically said he's a fluke fighter and he will soon meet his match and hopefully, be him. It's gonna be chaos. Chito is super powerful, especially for the division. His BJJ is, even though we haven't seen it in a hot minute, what we have seen though is his kicking game. Top tier. In the Cruz fight, we saw a load of head movement that meant that Dom was hitting air most of the time. And his takedown defense was on point. He even knocked Dom down and threw in some beautiful elbows, but it was that front kick that saw Dom crumple like a sad attempt at a gingerbread house. Cruz was unable to get his legs back underneath him, and it was just a hop, skip and a jump to defeat for Dom. But Sandhagen, when he's in the zone, he's such a natural born fighter. He always looks so fluid, and relaxed and playful. He manages to both put the pressure on but also stay out of range due to his length. He switches stances effortlessly, disrupts his opponent's timing, and is a dream with the pull counter. But when he's not in the zone, he makes mistakes, and even he recognises that. He's failed to rise to the challenge when it comes to former champions, so potentially he stumbles when he's up against those kind of top tier fighters. But then he set himself back on the path to championship contention with that beautiful win over Yadong. He showed his high fight IQ as well as some new looks in the form of more wrestling. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I love me some elbows. So that performance from Cory was poetry to me. And you remember when he put his grubby little mitts all up in the cut he'd created? Practically porn. Now this fight between Cory and Chito was originally scheduled for the Apex. Can you imagine the outrage? Utter disrespect for not letting the fans see this one flesh on eyeball. But that smaller cage probably would have worked against Sandhagen's technique and style. But now that it's been moved to Texas, does that put Cory at an advantage? Question mark. And that's if Chito even makes it to the octagon. because the Texan Athletic Commission are notoriously sticklers for the rules, and they have a super strong stance on THC. Not even Joe Rogan, the man in Texas, can persuade them to look the other way, apparently. I can see this going a bunch of different ways. Standard me, never settling on one prediction. But that's what makes it so exciting. If Sandy Boy can stay out of range, stay elusive, stay out of harm's way, but keep the pressure up, keep the volume high, he does have that style that can get him the 5-round decision win. Or Chito will lose the first 2, but then pull it round to just eke out that decision in the later rounds. Or Chito will lose the first 4 and then get the win with a beautiful front head kick. And honestly, that's what we want to see. No offense, Sandy. A win for either guy should definitely get their names mentioned at the next title contention board meeting, but neither of them seem particularly fussed. Despite going from strength to strength, despite continuously just putting on a show, Chito isn't in a rush to the top. And he understands that hype plays such a big part in this game, but he's not prepared to stoop to the level of, say, your Sean O'Malley's. He said some people just have an easier road, a shorter road. He has a longer road, but he's just plugging away. He says if you keep going in, you keep performing, you keep getting those knockout wins, the views will come your way. And a win this weekend should put him in a very confusing conversation with a lot of other players, your Cejudos, your Sean O'Malley's. But whatever happens, Chito stays ready. He's gonna be ready when his time comes. Now, Cory has a notable loss to the current champ Aljo, and he's more focused, more than getting the title fight, he's more focused on getting that win back. Preferably, he would like Aljo to still be champ when he gets that chance, but Aljo has obviously spoken about vacating and moving up a weight class, and Cory says, I'ma chase him. Wherever he goes, I'm gonna follow, and I will get that one back. But those two hypotheticals only become pathetical, that's how language works, trust me, when we have an answer to this matchup. Drop your predictions in the comments, tell me how much you love Chito Vera. Like, subscribe, come back next Sunday because we have loads more fights to talk about. It's exhausting really, Rolling Stone, Moss, etc.